And we can do kind of like a Q&A for the guys on YouTube, for the guys in chat. Who wants to come on? Let's see. I don't think Bao's here. So what we can do, Joe, you want to come on? You available? Chipotle not accepting Bitcoin. They're giving away 100K of Bitcoin. Get the fuck out of here. Who's here? Who's here? Joe, you here? Someone get Bao in here. Where's Bao at? Someone go tell Bao to come in here. I need a partner. What do you guys want to talk about, man? Post some topics of conversation, guys, and we're gonna get your questions answered. Post your topics of conversation. Ask on YouTube. We'll see, and we can definitely get some questions answered. We can go over some details. We can go over whatever you guys want to talk about today. I want to be here for you guys to just make sure that you are up to speed, market conditions, what's going on, things like that. Actually, I can go through each ticker as well if you guys want. Let me, yeah, let's do a little bit of that. Maybe Bao will come in later. So guys, what do I talk about every single day? I talk about this literally every single day. It's actually mind-blowingly simple. The thing about trading is, look, trading is not an easy career because, and I'm just going to rant on a couple things for a sec, is and get you guys head right, or maybe give you some different perspectives. Trading is a job whether no matter how good you're doing, whether you're doing poorly, whether you're doing really good, you're always kind of on a little bit of adrenaline. It's a high when it's high and it's a fucking low when it's low, man. We've all been through all of it, right? And the feelings associated can sometimes be very whipsaw. But the thing I want to say is, even if you're on a 2-month green streak and every single day is green, you're still on a level of adrenaline, right? So it's stressful, right? Like there's a level of stress that's always going to be associated with risking money on the line. But the thing that I want to, put out there for new traders or people who are looking to get consistent is keep it as simple as you can. This is something I talk about a lot, right? So the whole, general kind of process at MIC is not doing the things that don't work and maximizing and capitalizing on the things that do. So on something like CLRO today, guys, just for our literally guys that don't even know anything about price action, when it comes to VWAP, one of the first things you're going to know about VWAP is it's a sentiment. It's a sentiment indicator. It's the only indicator we use because of how powerful it is, and institutional money can be around it, and big money. And, it's the average price that people are willing to, buy it or hold their positions. So the thing about VWAP right here, guys, is you have to understand is when something by the open, right? So let's take a look at this. When something by the open is trading, it's far from its highs. Like that's like one of the first things that you want to pay attention to, right? So like, where's this arrow? Dude, that's a high. Like that's a top, right? I'm gonna make this very clear for you guys. Where's it opening? How far away from all the rest is that, right? So what you notice is because these are bag holders, because these are people underwater, these are longs. So I'm gonna make it like even as literally as clear as possible for you guys as I can. By the open, everybody from here to here on the long side that bought today is underwater. What does that mean? They're down on their positions. They want to get out even, or they want to get out for profit. All of these guys, look at this FOMO right here. These wicks are just pure panic. These are, Bao, what's up, man? Okay, we got the man. Let me bring on Bao, guys. One sec. All right. Bao, I think you're already I can't see you. One sec. You under Modern Rock? Oh, he's got to probably click the link. Let's see, I'll go back up. One sec, guys. Let's get Bao on 1 sec. Let me, someone have the link at the ready real quick. I think it's up here somewhere, but who got the link? Send it over if you guys got it. I think I may even have it. Yep, there we go. Cool. All right, let me get him on. There we go. There's Modern Rock. Allowed to talk. 1 second.
Hey, did you hear me?
What's up, dude? Yeah, of course.
Dude, I was fucking channel trading, all this stuff. I mean,
I figured you were. I was like, oh shit. So I was like, dude, the minute we got to the recording, I was like, someone get Bao in here, man.
oh my God, dude. I lost track of time.
Dude, how'd you do?
If you go to main chat, you'll see what I did. Oh my God, I posted some sick charts, guys.
Let's see what you did, brother. Let's see what you did.
So,
I forgot to see what
for the past 2 days, I spotted this algo that we just kind of killed it on the channel trading all day long.
What were you hitting, Bao? You're just hitting VTSI?
Wafu. I keep calling it Wagyu. Because fucking pay me Wagyu every time.
Oh, that's right. This was the one Alex actually had a lot of trouble on last Friday.
WAFU.
Yep. Here we are, and here's today. So here's today.
Look at my chart. Let me post it again, dude. This is sick.
Here, I'll go to the webinars. Yeah, post that stuff. Let's talk about it.
So let's here. I'll post it right now.
You guys see this? Cool, man. So, wow, dude, you're all over this thing. You didn't give it a break, dude.
Dude, I was like a fucking wet blanket, man.
So, Bao, what'd you find out with the algo, man? Is that something you want to share?
Yep. So, Joe Kelly talked about this yesterday in the webinar, which you guys should have all attended. Even I attended it. He talked about pattern recognition. So, all trading is, guys, is pattern recognition. All these setups, all these things is just pattern recognition. Seeing the earlier you can spot the pattern, the more in sync you are. So the moment I spot this algo, I mean, I'm just calling it an algo. It could be anything, guys. I mean, don't look for these phantom Chinese algo things that people talk about. You know, it may or may not exist, but the point is there is a pattern to every single stock, guys. You know, some stocks is more obvious than others. So the pattern would be wait for the top to set, wait for the broken, you know, that's a pattern, right? A wait for your pattern is a death candle, right?
That's one of my favorites. Absolutely.
Correct. So whatever it may be, the moment you spot a pattern, take advantage of it. So I talked about this before. There's many ways to trade to make money. There's many different strategies to make money. My advice is the first thing you do when you start out trading is to pick one strategy and become very good at it, become very consistent at it. That becomes your bread and butter, right? If you are a short seller, low hanging fruit is the best, in my opinion, the best strategy. If you are a long bias trader, the first bounce, finding stocks that shorts are upside down, stuck using VWAP, you can tell who's stuck or not. And then you only long those type of stocks, right? That give you the advantage. So once you learn your bread and butter strategy, you can now branch out and learn new things. My advice is to learn new things, guys. Don't just be a one trick pony, because if that thing ends, you're dead. And you're sitting around most of the day doing nothing, right? So you utilize your time wisely by, first of all, becoming very proficient at one strategy, because that becomes your bread and butter. And then you can now start to paper trade and learn new strategies. So one of the strategies that I've been teaching the members is channel trading. So in the morning, we talk about all the time, hitting the lines and, you know, broken stocks and all that. But during the midday, volume slows down. The algos are more apparent. So Algos doesn't, if there's like millions of volumes of shares, it's very hard to manipulate that stock, right? Because it's natural volume. I call it organic volume. During the midday, it becomes, hold on, let me play some of these words.
You're crazy, man. You're absolutely crazy. Al's finding a new algo as we speak.
So during the midday, what happens is the volume slows down. So it becomes not organic anymore. When volume slows down, I call it, everything's an algo, guys. Everything's electronic, right? So when I talk about algo, I'm just talking about electronic trading, which is basically the system that the stock market runs on, right? So what happens is this: the volume slows down. They now can manipulate, meaning they see your orders already. They're trying to match orders, right? All the algos are doing is just matching orders, right? Matching a buyer and a seller. But if they see that there's an imbalance, more volume, more supply and demand, et cetera, right? They can start to manipulate that stock up or down depending on your order. So they can work, they're basically working against you. So there's different strategies that you do. So one strategy we're talking about is channel trading. Channel trading is basically, we see it trapped going up and down within a channel. So what do you do when that happens? For me, I've been doing this a long time, so I'm starting to take advantage of that channel. It's bouncing off the walls, right, from the ceiling to the floor, back and forth, back and forth. So what I do is I figure out what the floor and the ceiling is. It's all lines. Figure out what the bottom line is, the outer line is, and then you basically trade off of those two outer lines. Avoid the middle lines. That becomes noise. And so these algos are running these things extreme. Breakout traders are losing money because they're like, oh, it's going to break out, boom. And then it stuffs it. It goes down. So, all trading is basically pattern recognition, guys. And what happens is this. Breakout trading used to work back in the day. It doesn't work anymore. It could work again tomorrow. Who knows? But the point is, you basically have to adapt your game to whatever the situation is. So if everybody's going long on a particular NFT stock or a crypto stock, that is the pattern. Do not fucking fight that pattern. So right now, I see a pattern where they are jamming stocks all the way up to the outer line and then stuffing it all the way back down to the outer line on the other side, on the bottom side. And so that's what I've been teaching these guys. So VTSI was the yesterday's stock. Today's stock that they're doing it on WAFU. And if you take a look, I called it right there. I said $16. This is the line. This is exactly as VTSI the other day. So, I mean, you don't have to talk about all this VTSI, but the point being is this. You start to learn that how this works, right? It all works from line to line, guys. It's just which line do you use, For a low-hanging fruit, it's very difficult for a low-hanging fruit to work its way back to the outer line of yesterday. So I tend to be more aggressive on the low-hanging fruit because it's a dead stock, right? I just wanted to bounce enough so that I get some meat on the bone. During the zombie hour, volume dies down, and these stocks are still over VWAP. That means that shorts are still stuck. So as long as shorts are still stuck, you have to be careful. And these are usually low floaters. They're low float. That's how they can manipulate. Someone owns a chunk of this. That's called locking up the float. Someone locked up the float, right? And so that's what we've been doing over in main chat the past 2 days, educating on a new strategy that, it right now has been working, which is the channel trading. And so you take a look at my trades. It looks all over the place, but as long as the red arrows are way above the green, I'm making money, right?
Exactly.
And that's what we're doing. And then eventually it'll break down, and it did exactly what I said it'd do, same thing as VTSI. It tanked back down at 230. So right now it's around 230. So.
Well, and Val, what you said earlier is like the thing that I love, and I was talking about this in the beginning of this webinar when I was kind of just, ranting in the beginning before we actually started, is like, this is the key to trading, guys. Like, you have to find one setup that works before you branch out to everything. So, new guys that come in, man, the key to every kind of mastery or getting good at anything is specifically choosing one and finding your comfort level in it and being like, wow, you know what? I tried all these out on a simulator for 2 weeks, and guess what? I really line up with low-hanging fruit. It just makes sense. My comfort level's aligned. Maybe my trading account size aligns, maybe the option side, whatever the part that you like and you resonate with, then you just sharpen your tool and you get so good at, then you can branch out to the first resistance. Then you can branch out to the death line. And that's what Bao's doing. So every single day, obviously he's, incorporated all of these into his play style or the repertoire of trading. But the key is he's focusing on what he's good at. And Bao is really good at seeing these kind of patterns and these channel trades. While that might not be my, greatest strength, or that might not be Alex's, because we incorporate the first hour and then we cut off by 10:30. But the point is like, you got to go with what you're good at and then maximize it and then just sharpen the tool. And that's what Bao is showing right here. He's so good about finding these outer lines and levels that coincides with a previous resistance or a channel, and then he maximizes on. And if you notice, like Bao, if a brand new trader tried to copy you, he would probably stop out over and over again because he doesn't know that, above VWAP, there's a certain size you use. If you're doing front side shorts, it requires front side covers. He doesn't realize that there's a real give and take to price action and based on what side of trend you're on, right?
Right. And it all originates from knowing how to draw the proper lines, guys. Everything originates around support and resistance and pivot lines.
Yeah, so really quick, guys, let me actually show you this because I get a lot of PMs on this weekly. Again, when it comes to lines, how do I draw my lines? We have setting up lines within the video library list. We have every kind of category you can imagine, guys. Like anything you need to find is right here, dude. Literally right, line setup. Like, look at this. Search. And then here's how to do it. Here's my thing. This is what I was talking about. This is me and Joe put this together. It's like a 40-minute video on how to even use TD Ameritrade, which I use for charting. And then going further into it, it's how to set, pivot points, how to do pivot points on DOS. Like there's no excuse, man. I'm telling you guys, any resource that you guys need is here.
Guys, that's a huge thing. Before Joe Kelly had figured this all out about pivot lines on DOS and TOS, no one used pivot lines. I was paying $500, $600 every month for right now an obsolete trading charting program that only had the pivots, right? Because no one had it. No one figured out how to put it on there. So just by joining MIC, guys, I mean, you guys got something that no one fucking has, man. You're putting on pivot lines on DOS, on TOS that, dude, these are archaic indicators, but these archaic indicators have been around forever.
Because they work.
And that's what the guys on the trading floor are using. They're not fucking using this new shit. I'm not going to bash these guys that are writing these indicators, but those indicators are bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
No one. Indicator is basically a self-fulfilling prophecy. If enough people use the same indicator, it will self-prophesize, right? And that's what the pivot lines are coming from. They're coming from the floor traders, the original guys on the fucking floor of the New York Stock Exchange, things like that. And so they're using those. And so those are the guys that are fucking trading the ginormous shares, right? And so it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Well, and like for anybody who's wondering, what's an indicator versus actually something that's kind of not really an indicator, it's really just a hybrid of price action. Like VWAP and pivot points, guys, are not really indicators. Sure, you can group them in that category by name alone and title, but an indicator is like, okay, I got to set up on the, the SMA matches with the Ichimoku cloud. These are things that once it happens, it's too late. You can't get in. The moves already happen. You can see VWAP right where it is real time. Or, Bow's pivot points. So this is something on low hanging fruit we put on. These are the pivot points right here, the R1, R2, R3, and this is how to incorporate them on TD Ameritrade. So the lines are already there. You know what I mean? Like it's not too late. That's the whole thing that we're getting at is we want you guys to actually learn how to trade and not rely on things that it's past tense.
TOS or Thinkorswim or Ameritrade, those are free, guys. You guys don't have to put any money in. You might have to put in maybe like $25 to win a account.
Val, I know a trader, and believe me, you know him because it's kind of a funny story. Dude, he originally opened an account with like $500, and then like for years he kept 1 cent in there to not close his account. He kept 1 cent and uses this for charting.
Seriously, man, that's what you should do. So the guys that don't have this, guys, you open up a TOS account. I had one, but fuck, I lost my password.
You're kidding.
Yeah, so. I mean, this is basically, I was kind of pissed off when people figured out how to use it, but I was like, well, since I launched MIC, I might as well share the secret. So now the whole world knows this, guys. The whole entire world knows how to fucking use pivots and stuff. But before MIC, no one even knew what the fuck the pivot was. Unless you trade on large caps. I mean, if you trade large caps, the pivots work great on large caps because that's what the floor traders use. But I'm coming from a small cap world, guys, where people are just hacking shit around, right? So,
dude, these are the pivot points on big caps, man. They work as well, if not just as good or even better. Joe talks about this a lot. So what he took was what Bao has been doing for decades and teaches in small caps. He incorporated in how to kind of teach you guys and utilize in options and big caps. And I'm telling you, man, they almost work better there. So whatever industry or whatever niche you guys are in within trading, it's going to work for you. We highly recommend them.
Yep.
You guys have any questions?
Oh, that's what we do at MIC, guys. So, I mean, I actually sit here all day, educate. These are real time. I mean, if you guys are in MIC and not watching this main chat, guys, you're missing out, man. For the past 2 days, I've been live trading. Essentially, I've been commenting on every move so that you can see what the moves look like. Hey, hold on a second. This might be my TV guy. Hold on.
It's the Grubhub.
Hold on.
So as you guys can see, man, look at all these charts, look at all this commentary, look at all this price action. Bell's posting his fills, he's posting his scans. You can see them right here. This is every single day in chat. So we're making sure you guys are taken care of. He's showing you guys the lines. This was how he traded YVR today, so you guys can see what he was doing. He gets more aggressive. So like, let me just kind of say it like this. If you guys are fighting trend or you find yourselves new to trading and you're doing counterintuitive actions within your trading, so shorting front side, These are the things that we teach you, because when you're shorting front side, there's actually rules and stipulations involved with size that you need to incorporate in your game. Like 30% over VWAP is all that we incorporate within the realm of shorting in regards to risk management. Now, when a stock breaks or it's trading, you know, way under VWAP, you can be more patient. You can be more aggressive on your size. You can have a hard stop a little farther away. But when it comes to things like this and knowing the reversal hour, knowing zombie hour, if you guys don't know time-based trading, it's really going to work against you, because these are things that keep you safe, right? Like, it took us many years, it took about 2 decades to realize that, dude, the first hour is when the shorts have the edge, and that's it, dude, until reversal hour. Like, that's it. Well, if you can wrap up by the first hour as a short, now the reason why Bao's trading all day is because he's educating members on what to do, and a lot of these are longs, like not necessarily today, but Bao's always hitting the first bounce as VWAP reclaims. He's showing you guys 2 sides of the equation, like a tennis front hand and backhand. Does that make sense? But look at all this commentary. This is, I mean, if you go through this, whether you have the MIC archive or you want to just go back through because, hey, you know, I'm an MIC member, I have access to the material, I'm going to go back through and reread and reread and reread, or go through the watch list section every single day, you guys are going to understand trading. I mean, 2 days in MIC, you guys are going to see what we do, whether it's ETB, SSR, locate sources, you know, why we don't hit the hot chick, why we focus on the side chick plays, which are the more broken down under VWAP, why we respect price action.
If other chat rooms can learn from us, you guys, I mean, dude, they're in our chat room. They're probably here. Hey, what's up, guys?
I'm literally counting down the days or the minutes, Bao, until, you know, one of those chat rooms literally says Alex's main tagline, size and the best, scalp the rest.
Yep. They're probably going to our meetups. They're probably in that San Jose boot camp.
Seriously, plastic surgery, man, they're coming. But do you guys have any questions for us, man? This is your chance to get all your questions answered. Bao and I are here. What do you guys want to talk about? Seriously. Bao, you're sick in the head, dude. You got phone calls, you're giving a webinar, and you're still killing YVR.
Finally, I got someone to come and hang up my 85-incher, bro. My TV, that is.
What's her name?
My TV, that is.
Yeah, sure. Oh, man, that's funny.
Oh, man, mine's just a little iPhone.
Like an SE or a Pro Max?
Like a fucking Model 3, bro.
That's hysterical. Let's see. How can you tell if support and resistance will hold or break? Bao, I know you love that one. That's like one of your favorite questions to talk about. How can you tell
resistance hold or break? You really don't fucking know, bro, until it does.
Well,
to be honest, you basically wait to see if it gets supported and rejects a couple times. That's how you know. Because what happens is this, dude. Let's say $4.30 is a support line. It's not going to bounce right off $4.30. There's always going to be what's I call the fudge factor, right? It's going to go 427, go to 425, whatever it may be, and then bounce up and down, right? So you have to account for that. If you're too rigid and setting your stops exactly 429, they will hunt for you. They don't really hunt for you guys. So that's a misnomer. So let me explain to you how it works, okay? People keep, this is a bullshit lie that, hold on, let me put my
let him get his covers in.
Hey man, I gotta remember the tradition of this is why I do what I do, bro.
Dude, what is my
the tradition is, you know, I'm gonna live trade during this, and then
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for my 10% for the last 2 years of these webinars. If you send me that 10%, I'll be able to get like a third house.
You wouldn't have to work anymore, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anyone would.
All right, let me put some fucking fancy.
I do accept Cash App, by the way, Bao.
Put some fantasy orders out here. Okay. So I was getting back to this. So I'm gonna give you a little secret on stops, okay? All these guys don't know what the fuck they're doing. They tell you not to use hard stops because market makers are looking for your hard stops. They're trying to stop you out, play games. They don't give a fuck, bro, about your 1,000 shares. They don't give a fuck about 200 shares, to be honest, right? No one's hunting for you. What they're doing is they know where the support lines are. What they do is they trigger the stops of the support line. So whoever is part of the herd gets triggered. And it's usually these guys that don't know what they're doing. They're small accounts and they go, oh my God, they're hunting for me. Trust me, I don't give a fuck about your 200 bucks. All right. And so what happens is this: you form really bad habits when you start out, when you're learning from what I call a fake guru. These guys don't know what the fuck they're doing, right? So when you form bad habits, like I used to. I didn't have a mentor. I was told the same lie because no one knew. I was told hard stops are bad. Don't use hard stops. They're hunting for me. I'm like, holy shit, these guys are looking into my account. This is why I'm losing. I'm losing my money because these guys are spying on me, right? And then little I know that I was part of the herd. And so I created a very bad habit for myself by not using hard stops in the beginning. I didn't use hard stops for like 10 years because I'm like, dude, they're hunting for me, right? And so it becomes a bad habit. So when you start out, guys, be very careful about bad habits. And I'm telling you right now, use hard stops. Use hard stops. No one's hunting for you. You have to learn how to place the hard stops. So Joe Kelly talked about this last night in the webinar, guys. If you missed it, it's uploaded to the member video library. Go watch it. Every Tuesday night, go watch Joe. I'm plugging Joe. Tomorrow is Thursday, Aloha webinar, 7 p.m. You go watch it, man. But Joe talked about this in depth on where to place your stops. Okay, you do not want to be part of the herd. So what happens is you have to use the fudge factor, figure out the wicks of the candle. So what I do is this is my trick. I look at the previous time it broke that support. What was the low from the low when it broke? Because what happens is this: when it breaks, it snaps really quick. It's way too fast for you to do manual. Okay, if it goes, so you set your stop at the right place. Take a look at what the low from the previous snap was to place your stop. And placing your stop, I call it line to line, meaning what is the next line below? If the next line below is very close, I would wait for the next line. If the next line below is far away, I would stop out. That's how I determine whether or not I stop out or not. What is the next line? And we have videos on this, guys. We have videos on how to properly take a stop loss.
Hence, guys, why we also came up with the term line to line. If it hits, look, so really quick, Bao, I wanted to plug this real quick because Alex was so spot on with CLRO from the watch list in the morning, like he is every single day. But let's take a look at this for a second. Looking for a morning pop towards 4 to 450 in the morning. Let's draw the line. So when you're looking in the open, guys, remember what I always say. If it's trading way under VWAP, your resistance is at VWAP or a whole dollar number, right? So you can incorporate that because that's really close up to like the next top. So probably around that area, 440. Dude, and then zoom out, like, look what happened in the morning. So Bao, when these members are wondering, when for veteran traders like us, like, how do you trust the lines? Like, do you wait for it to hit? Do you just set a fantasy order there? Like, I'm going to almost ask the question for them. What would you say?
The answer is fantasy order because it's way too fucking fast, guys.
Bingo.
What I do is so what happens is this: I don't place all my orders out. So depending on your size, right? So I trade a little more size than normal people. So I don't place everything else. I place the starter positions. And then when they hit is my alert to look to add or not. Basically it becomes the confirmation or not, right, guys? So what happens is people look at my charts and go, oh, Bao's adding to loser. What is he doing? He's scaling. Scaling is not adding to a loser if I pre-plan it. So let's say I have 1,000 shares I want to use. I can either use 1,000 shares at one spot, one bullet, and if it breaks up, oh, well, so what I do is there's a target area, a target average I want. So I do my math. I split out that 1,000 shares into, let's say, 3 bullets or 2 bullets, up to you, right? 3 bullets. And so I do a starter position, and then that's the fudge factor. The fudge factor is the extra 2 bullets. And a trick that I like to tell people is start one line after you would normally start. That way, that one line makes a huge difference, man, between you stopping out or not.
Well, because Bao, it's like what you said, the whole fudge factor is me shorting from 4 to 440. I don't know if this is going to go to 397 or it's going to go to 430, but this is where I'm willing to scale. This is where you're willing to break up the orders. This is what Bao's talking about, guys. So look, we don't know if it's just going to fail at the line or not, but this is your best. Look, dude, if we knew that, we'd all own private fucking islands. Right here, you see that the stock is trading way under VWAP. It's got tons of overhead. It's opening way far from its highs. That's your first starter area. And then yes, it could go higher, but when you pre-plan this and you see a red entry over another red entry, it's not adding to a loser. It's all pre-planned. I'm willing to scale within $4 to maybe $4.50 at the most because it's a $1.50, and that should be a really big resistance point as well. As you guys can see, it aligns with the previous tops. That's your plan of attack. If it breaks, you have a hard stop, you're protected forever. Does that make sense?
All right. So I'm going to show an example of,
Oh, PRPH, nice one.
yeah. So here's,
I remember that.
let me try to zoom in so that you can see, because I don't really know. Okay, you can see this. I don't really know where it's going to go. My goal is to short this around VWAP, which is the yellow line. And so notice the first time it never hit VWAP.
Yep, right here.
Both times it never hit VWAP. But I'm scaling. I'm not full size yet, dude. I'm kind of pissed off because it should have went over VWAP a little bit for me to get in more size.
Bow's mad that he's not down a lot more than he was before he was right. Welcome to trading.
So what I did was, if you take a look at that, man, I was really not really down much. I was spraying my orders around the VWAP line. I have some under, I have some over. So when you see that, loser, it's basically me splitting out the orders I really want, the size I want, into partials.
Guys, we never know 100% how price action is going to be or where a stock is going to go. But this is how you learn lines. This is how you learn price action and know that it has a really good chance of at least failing here or giving you a quick wash. And the thing about nail and bail, the thing that we teach at MIC is, guys, you don't need to catch it at 920 and cover at freaking 660 or long at freaking 6 and sell at 9. It's not about that. It's about the nail and bail, the expected move. I call these every single day. I say there's a certain time frame. They're called gimmies or quote unquote layups, in which case the expected move of price action is right here. And this is exactly what Bao capitalized on. And then he covered, notice his covers. He's not looking to ride this all freaking day. He's willing to get paid and then paid over again and then wait for outer lines again when it tests. But the first.
So that's the thing, man. I covered, let's say PRPH. Sure, it went down more, man.
Who cares?
But I mean, I was waiting for it to pop back up. But you know what, man? I made that plan and I stuck with that plan. The last thing you need to do is change your plan on the fly, because what happens is you made your plan before you got into the stock. I made this plan when I was clear-headed. That's why I make money every day. Knock on wood, John. Fuck, I just jinxed myself. I make money. It's because I make my plan before the stock even gets there. I am so clear-minded that I can say, I'm going to get it here. If I fail here, I'm going to exit here for both a loss or a win. So I'm clear-headed. So the problem with traders is this: they make plans on the fly and they're emotionally attached to that stock because they're in that stock. How the fuck can you make a proper plan if you're in that stock? You are very biased if you're already in that stock. Just like when you're in a relationship, fuck, dude, you should not. The advice should be from someone that is not in a relationship, right? Not when you're in a relationship, you're all fucked up. So that's the same thing.
Seriously.
Is a relationship with the stock. So my whole plan was, okay, I'm going to get my quick win because this is so damn fast, dude. It's only the first 15 minutes of the day. And I'm already up a ton of money, not going to win. But, and so I'm like, dude, I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to take, because I made this plan, because a lot of times, man, this shit will reverse on you and VWAP reclaim and you're fucking dead. And you're like, I should have covered. So make the plans before it gets there. This is the difference between a successful trader and a new trader. A new trader makes plan after the fact, after it hits a certain point that and it's too late. And so that's why they chase because like, oh my God, I was right. Why was I such scared? Why was I a chicken? Why was I such a I don't want to say the P word. Why was I such a chicken to enter the stock? And so that's where you lose. Okay. You make the fucking plan, put the fucking order in. The worst thing that's going to happen is what? You lose. You put the hard stop in. Size, if you are still scared, it means you're sizing too big, guys. Size accordingly. I call that predefining your risk. You predefine how much you want to risk. Do the math.
Well, and I hate to say it, Val, because like I'll be the hard cop in this scenario. It's like, dude, if you're scared to get in, guys, and you do know price action, you do know what you're doing. Either one, your size too big, or sometimes, dude, and I have to tell myself this sometimes. Stop being a little bitch. Get in. Set a hard stop.
Shit,
and if
3:30. Okay, I can't. I lost track of time. I canceled all my fucking orders right now. I could have gotten trapped. So don't keep the clock up, guys. If you're like me, scattered brain all over, put a clock on your desktop, put an alarm that goes off at zombie hour, put an alarm that goes off at reversal hour, put an alarm that goes off at 3 p.m., things like that.
Yeah, it's just going to help you guys. Truly. It's really good.
I get all my locations in the morning because that's where I get all my locations in the morning. But the new ones I get on the fly, obviously. Because a lot of the new stocks come up. I don't know. I get what I want to trade in the morning, and that's it. And then throughout the day, if there's new stocks, then I get new stocks.
Bao, do you go for all your locates? Oh, okay, you just answered that. Never mind. Just saw it. Yep. Yeah, dude, as soon as your eyes wake up, you need to be getting locates. You need to be reserving all you can of whatever you think you're going to hit now or in the future before they run out. And, I mean, obviously just get within what you're going to play realm. I know guys that are like, dude, I reserve 4,000 shares every single day, but I'm only using 300. I go, well, now you're just wasting money, man, because you're not going to use 4,000. Like that's a little too much, right? Then you're actually taking from a pool of people that might use it.
And sometimes it's good to take less or appropriate, because then you can't keep adding to a loser.
Correct.
My problem is that I take a certain amount, because in my head, like, what if I'm wrong? So it's kind of fucking dangerous, right? And so on low flows, on things that I know I can potentially kill myself, I purposely take less size on locates so that I cannot keep adding to a loser.
There's a fine line between showing up to trade every day and expecting a paycheck, and also that mindset of, oh shit, I could lose though.
So that's the thing, man. I mean, when I see a 1 million float like Wafu, I'm like, fuck.
Oh, shit. That was like, all right, just give me 2,000 shares, but give me 40,000 shares of YVR.
On the back end, yep.
No, on the back end, I was like, give me 200,000. Dude, the point is you guys got to get comfortable with locates. You got to get comfortable with setup. You got to get comfortable with one niche and stop trying to trade everything in too big a size. Size down, give yourself wider stops and master the setup.
Come to the markets every day. There's a saying, man. I hate this saying, but it works. You got to be in it to win it, guys. Just show up. The hardest part for me now, I'm not joking, just showing up for work, man. Either I'm drunk, hungover, or I just don't want to fucking show up because I'm too fucking tired, or just because trading after a while is boring, guys. I talk about this all the time. Systematic trading, like the way we do, the same process, the same. It's just, man, after a while, it's boring as hell. I was having so much fun today, guys. You know why? Because I'm fucking channel training this Wafu shit, and it's fucking scary as fuck. And so I'm like, this is fucking fun. Because I'm feeling my fucking nerves. Because it's like, fuck, dude, this thing can fuck me, right? Because channel trading is fucking like, dude, you have to fucking trust your lines. Because that shit is blasting through up and down. And so I'm having fun. But what I did was, I know that I'm having fun. That means I'm doing something I shouldn't be fucking doing.
It's dangerous.
Because it's fucking giving me adrenaline, dude. Oh, and this is what happens with traders. They love the adrenaline rush. Boy, making money is boring. Battling for money, fucking fighting tooth and nail to pull out $5 is exciting.
God,
right?
Yeah, don't take the easy 100. Battle it. You like kill the dragon for
Correct.
$5 and it's more.
That's why you see these guys on Twitter. I'm down $1 million. God damn, I'm the best trader. I fucking put in all my account to fucking just break even. Yes.
Their bankrolls are empty, but they feel like they got the biggest dick in the room because they're swinging such big.
You know, that's what it is. So that's another tip on the psychology side. When you feel like you're having fucking too much excitement, you're doing something wrong, bro. Size down. My whole point is it's not the money for me anymore. It's the excitement of learning something new, just doing something different. And so I made money, fortunately, knock on wood, but that's because I sized down on WAFU. I sized down. I'm able to have fun, but at the same time, learn and make money. If I'm a size too big, I'm a fucking nervous wreck, and this thing wrecked me. And that's what it did. It wrecked a lot of people on the way up, and now wrecked a lot of longs on the way down.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, it's about how, like, when it comes to trading, dude, how simple is it really? It's so simple. It's not easy. It's never easy. Cause like you said, dude, like you're battling Wafu and your emotions.
I'm gonna pull up this tweet, man.
Dude, it's so simple. Like dude, it's mind-numbingly
that's why, guys, I'm fucking bored as shit. Okay, hold on.
Because how simple it is, literally.
Look at this. So I call it trading as a reflex, guys. You do it after a while. That's why I want you guys to show up every day. And so we have a lot of guys that are now it's just fucking this. It's like they know this is the back of their hand, right? You basically keep doing it it becomes a reflex, so that you can even do it in your sleep while you're drunk. And that's why when I'm drunk, I don't even think, man. I'm just fucking acting on instinct.
Check this out, Ben. I actually have something to say about that, about success. So I saw him an interview with Jesse Itzler, the billionaire, and someone asked him, they said, how did you get to the point where you did? And he goes, was it discipline? He goes, fuck the word discipline. He goes, in the beginning, discipline is what you have, but discipline eventually gets so reactionary once you build it. It actually, screw the word discipline, it goes into lifestyle. It becomes your life, like you're saying, it becomes such a reflex. It's actually just lifestyle now. And that's how Bao's trading is, guys. You think he's over the counter every day, like looking at notes and being like, okay, I need to be the most disciplined trader. No, it's so ingrained from doing the good habits over the years, a couple bad habits, but doing mostly good habits that he expects a paycheck, because now it's just his reflex. It's his lifestyle.
That's exactly what you nailed it, bro. It's instinct.
It's instinct, yeah.
So this is why bad habits are so bad. Bad habits become your instinct.
Bingo.
And so an example is revenge trading. If you were taught to fucking keep adding until you win, your instinct when you lose should be to fucking exit that trade, right? When you're down on stock, your instinct should be get the fuck out.
Yep.
But the bad instinct, the bad habits, let's add, because you know why? I got out of that loser position yesterday by keep adding. So what happens is this. If you break a rule and you get away with it, it forms bad habits in your head. And when you break a rule and get away with it, you usually win the minimum. When you break a rule and you lose, you usually fucking go broke, right? You lose the maximum, guys. So create good habits, even though it hurts. So notice my stops have been very good lately, knock on wood, because I've been consciously work on it every fucking day. You don't think I fucking hate taking a loss? Even if it's $100, I'm like, why the fuck would I take $100 loss when I could keep adding? And I'm like, dude, the moment I take a loss, guys, it goes in my favor all the time. I'm like, fuck, right? It goes in my favor. But I'm like, the one time out of 10 that I do not take that loss, I will blow up. 9 out of 10 times, sure, I'll save $100, $200, whoopie-doo. That one time that I do not take that loss, I'm fucking down tens of thousands of dollars.
The S class is now repoed. Like, dude.
And I'm telling you, that is why traders blow up. Traders blow up is because they got away with breaking rules, bad habits, adding to losers, and getting rewarded for bad habits. Until that one time that they're going, oh, fuck. That's why you see these guys making very little gains. $200 a day, $200 a day, $2,000 a day, $2,000 a day, and then boom, $20,000 loss.
Risk management, guys, hard stops, and nobody is hunting for you. And if they are hunting for you, they don't give a shit about 100 shares.
This is why, guys. This is a life changer for every trader. I didn't even know about this, guys. Otherwise, I would never have fucking blown up. Max daily loss set at broker level. If you just put in your $10,000 loss, 5,000, 2,000, you're sweat. You're not going to lose $100,000.
Then you can sleep at night.
These guys are losing $100,000 and blow up their entire accounts. They don't have this fence because they can't help themselves. They keep adding, and then what happens is this. I've been there, man. I've been there so many times. Because what happens when you start losing, you're like, I don't give a fuck anymore. What do I have to lose? You know. So let's say you have a $30,000 account, and then now you lose. You know, you have a $30,000 account. Okay, and you're like close to battered day trader break, right? You lose 2,000, you're like, fuck, I don't want to lose 2,000, a lot of money. And then you let it slip and you're, oh, fuck. Now you're under battered day trading. You're like, fuck it, I'm under, I don't give a fuck, right? Let it ride. And next you know, you're down fucking half your account and you're like, oh, fuck, man, I should have stopped when I was just down 5,000 because I could put 5,000 back in. Now I'm down 15,000. And then so you're like, fuck it, man, I'm already down all my money already. Let's just fucking ride. Then you're down to zero. And you're like, holy fuck, I just lost another $15,000 unnecessarily. You know, so, and then you look back and you're like, I should just fucking taken my fucking $1,000 loss.
So
this is where the max daily loss on the broker level helps you. It will help you. You tell them to auto liquidate your fucking ass because you have no discipline. You are not to be trusted with your own fucking account. Okay, this is you wearing a seatbelt. The seatbelt. How often do you crash your car? Hardly ever. But when you crash your car, if you don't have a fucking seatbelt, you might die, dude.
Dude, more.
Yep. So set it at the broker level, guys. Okay. Set it at the broker level. That way, even if you fucking get lazy, you don't do your hard stop, which I recommend you do hard stop. If you don't do hard stop, at least that is basically your safety net.
And if you guys find yourself saying, let it ride, that's probably the last thing you want to be telling yourself.
Yeah, man, because at some point I see these guys on Twitter. Oh, I'm like, fuck, man, fuck my life. I'm losing. I'm like, oh, fuck, okay, man. you lost a lifetime membership at MIC. You refuse to join MIC to learn, but you rather throw all your fucking money away. And then when they lose, Val, I fucking lost, man. Can you give me a discount?
Can you give me a discount? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh man, the entitlement is crazy, bro. It's just crazy. You guys gotta protect yourself and your accounts, and don't be the guy who didn't check himself before he wrecked himself, man. Seriously.
So use Cobra. That's what we recommend, guys. They if you're using stuff like Fidelity, whatever, I'm sorry, man. You good luck on that.
Yeah.
Time to use a professional trading broker. Don't be using those freebie ones, guys.
Yeah, guys, unless you're buying the S&P 500, index fund, and that's all you care to do, and you're not day trading, you need a professional brokerage. You need something like Cobra. And, I talk about this many times. I'll say it one last time. Between the money you're going to save in commissions, just prove to them that you're an MIC member, 25%, the money that you're going to save on charting or scanners, because we have a watch list, which cuts out 80% of that immediately. And then Bao's posting them in the main trading chat, guys. He's posting his scans like every 2 or 3 hours when it's relevant and when you need to know what's going on. But everything that
you need, I posted, dude.
Yeah, and if you ask, Bao, we'll post it. Everything that you guys need, dude, we have a whole team in MIC. I mean, literally, guys, look at this. You have, where's our team? Look at all these people that are designed to help you.
I better look at my scanner. I better look at my scanner after the open, because you know what, man? I'm looking for a scanner because I'm looking for a trade. I shouldn't be doing that. I should be pre-planned and all that stuff. There's no reason for me to be looking at a fucking scanner midday, because otherwise, the reason I'm looking at midday the scanner, because I'm bored as hell. I'm looking for a trade. And if you're looking for a trade, you're going to find one. And it's usually not the one you want.
Right. And then when you have Alex's watch list, why do you even need a morning scanner, right, Bao? It's like, it's all right here, dude. It's all taking care of you every single day before you even enter chat, because thank God Alex is on East Coast time, or me and Bao would kill ourselves.
It's just like the bars, man. You go to the club, you're like, yeah, I'm going to go look for a hot chick. And then last call, oh, fuck, let me pull up the scanner. Let me take I wouldn't get anything that moves. Oh, that shit fucking moved right there.
Bro, that has got to be the funniest analogy I've heard in like a year. Everybody knows that when you're busting out the freaking scanner on last call, dude, you are going home with something you should not be going home with.
That is a fucking max daily loss, my friend.
Before you even entered the trade.
That's why you have a tab. Your tab should be fucking going with you to the club and telling you, yo, bro, let's get the fuck out.
And don't get the wrong tab that is actually hurting more than helping, and is the one that said, yeah, bro, it's last call. Let's do this scanner. Oh, man. That was too funny, man. You guys have any questions for us? Any questions? Dude, that was so funny. I can't get over how fucking perfect of an analogy that was. That had to have been the best analogy I've heard in over a year. Someone quote that, please, and we can tweet it and retweet it. That is the funniest tweet of the year.
That's true, man. You put out scanner midday. It's like closing hour. It's like, the bars, they always play that song like closing time. That's when everyone panics. The light comes on, you're panicking.
It's a land rush at that moment. You better get what you can get.
Trust me, man. I'm the landmine that these girls are looking for. I'm like, I'm right here, man. we think we're the fucking hot chick. No, dude. I am the fucking side one, man. I'm the easy to locate guy.
Easy to blow up. Oh shit! Where's HR when you need them?
I guess a late night scanner is like Tinder, right? Tinder's like
yeah, a reversal hour scanner is like Tinder at 2 a.m. Oh shit! Gives the whole meaning to stock calls on a hot chick. Yep.
Closing time. What song is that, man? Anyways, that's bad.
Guys, closing questions for some closing time. Put your last scanners on. Who's got some questions? We got a couple minutes left, guys, for you. Lights come on and the cockroaches scatter. Joe should come on and talk about his story.
Come on, Joe.
Joe, what do you got for us? What do you got for us? Until you guys answer questions, we're going to get Joe on and tell some stories.
Do it, Joe. Do it.
Yo, what up?
Yes, tell us something, bro. What you got?
Yo, so I think I've told this story before. I don't know if Val's heard it, but so closing time, there was this radio station here in Dallas, 102 on the Edge, and about 4 or 5 years ago, they went out of business and they shut down. But for the last day that they were on the air, all they did was replay closing time like 242 times.
Oh my gosh.
And just trolled the entire Metroplex. It was epic.
I thought you were going to say you landed with like 3 side chicks at one time at 2 a.m.
No, so I got another funny story about side chick then.
Don't we all?
I know, right?
Is
So
Ty
my
here?
buddy,
Is Tay here?
my buddy one time,
No, go ahead.
my buddy one time went to, no, it's a clean story. But my buddy one time went to, we went out to a bar and we met these girls, and then we went back to his place and we were playing beer pong, and he didn't really want to hook up with this chick. So at the end of the night, I was like, all right, man, we're gonna leave. I didn't stay there. We left, and I was like, all right, dude, we're gonna head out. And he goes, yeah, I think that, yeah, okay, cool, yeah, all right, yeah. And we were at their place playing beer pong. We didn't take them back to ours. And so my buddy is sitting there. We drove separately, and he says, yeah, I think I'm gonna go too. And she's like, what? You're not gonna stay? And he's like, no, I gotta, I'm gonna run. She's like, why? And he didn't have an excuse. So he goes, my grandma's making pancakes in the morning. I gotta go. Just leaves.
Grandma's making pancakes in the morning.
Just bolts. That's it.
Oh my
Gone.
God. What an excuse, man. What's up with grandma? What's in grandma's pancakes?
I don't know, bro. That was his excuse, because we were walking out the door and he's like, got this like, don't leave me look on my face. He's like, don't leave me.
What's in
And
grandma's pancakes, man?
he couldn't come up with an excuse to, like not just say, hey, you're ugly, I don't want to stay here. So he says, yeah, no, I gotta go. My grandma's making pancakes tomorrow.
Well, and see, guys, you have to understand. So let's apply this.
The funniest part is he was like 23 at the time.
Shit.
This wasn't like 18 or 19. He was like a 23-year-old man.
Yeah, he was an educated individual and with responsibilities
Exactly,
at that point, probably a Republican. Guys, here's what you have to understand in price action. Look at, like, equate this scenario of what Joe just told to actually like a hot chick and a side chick stock. The attention wasn't on the side chick. She wasn't super hot. So she faded off into loneliness in the distance while the friend bounced and probably went on porn and looked up Kate Upton and XVID videos where there were hot chicks. So you have to understand, where is the attention going every single day to which ticker? And that's where you shouldn't be if you're short. And that's where you should be if you're long. Longs want strength, shorts want weakness. And that side chick, unfortunately, lovely lady, I'm sure she was, just, didn't get the attention she deserved or wanted from the 23-year-old friend of Joe, because grandma's pancakes were the hot chick.
Bro, I was watching The Office the other day. I just rewatch that show all the time.
It's the best.
I think it's hilarious. And Meredith, in it was like season 8 or season 9, and she says something about the way people have described her. She goes, Meredith Palmer has never been called a narc. Flesh Hoover, maybe. And I was like, oh my God.
That's crazy.
I've never heard that.
The flesh hoover.
I've never heard flesh hoover. I died laughing.
Joe, now that we have you, dude, maybe you can give a little insight on our new guys, like our small account guys, bro. Anyone that's listening on YouTube, what do you think about like the options in the big cap side, bro? Like, what advice would you give of someone who's looking in if they should join MIC? What do you think, man? Like on the webinar you gave last night, like on the resources, what do you think? I know it's kind of general, but what's some general advice?
My general advice is if you're on the fence or if you're considering it, something along those lines, there's a reason why you're considering it. Whatever you're doing right now is not working for you. Or maybe you want to polish your skills and become a better trader or learn a new skill along those lines. So if you have a small account, don't let day trading discourage you. The processes and analysis and education that you'll get from MIC will go all the way through from day trading all the way down to swing trading and even long-term investing. I used an MIC strategy to call out a long trade on Costco back at 318. Probably a ton of people followed me, even though I told them not to. A ton of people followed me in that trade. The trade is now, I think Costco's trading at like 355 the last time I looked. I haven't checked today. I still have some, and I did it with options. It's 350, 360 before running to 357.80 roughly. So my options are up 140% right now. So I realized 80%, a piece of it, and I made 80% on that money. And you did not have to have a big account to take that trade. I think my entire position was like $5,000. That's it. If you would have bought just one contract, it would have cost you about $700. So if you have $1,000 in your account, you could have taken that trade. And you didn't have to be a day trader to take that trade. All you had to do was come to MIC, learn the MIC process by watching all the videos, or you could skip all the videos and watch the Accelerator course. Watch the options boot camp, which is like 5 or 6 videos. It's not that many. So you're not going to spend half the time there that you will in the Accelerator course. And you could have taken that trade. You would have had everything you need to know in order to take that trade and make that decision on your own and know how to assess your risk. So the resources are there, guys. This community is not just for day trading, even though most of the people that run it are day traders. Dude, honestly, I haven't day traded in weeks.
You're more of a swing trader, huh?
I've just slowly transformed into swing trading because, I mean, with options, that's where it pays the biggest.
That's what I do in options and big caps, Joe. I'm never day trading a big cap unless it pays me really nicely immediately or an option. Dude, I'm looking for swings on those while you day trade small caps. Like, I think that's the best strategy for traders at MIC, honestly, for any account size.
Dude, it honestly, there's day trading opportunities in small caps. Don't get me wrong, but you got to catch the market when it's in a really volatile state, or you've got a really big play. Back when all the airlines are running, and then the big tech boom that every single tech stock was spiking. There was huge day trading opportunities. PLTR. Palantir Technologies has been something that I've day traded using options hundreds of times over the last few months. And yeah, there's plenty of opportunities out there. You just need to be patient. You need to wait for those. And right now is a great opportunity to take advantage of those courses and everything, because large cap earnings season is coming up. Within the next 1 to 2 weeks, we're going to start getting all the big earnings reports from everybody, all the big companies again. All that's coming back. And I'm telling you, in small caps, let's just compare this. In small cap traders want volatility every day, right? They need something that hits the scanner in the morning and it's got some kind of news or some kind of reason to be up. They need that movement, right?
Yep.
I always compare small cap traders to the hooker in the Family Guy episode, where Peter and Lois go to the hotel room and they're like, oh my gosh, this hotel's terrible. And they open up the door and there's this hooker on the bed. And she's like, hey, how are you guys? And Peter goes, Lois, don't move. They only see movement.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And they stop moving and the hooker's like, hey, where'd you go? That's small cap traders. Small cap, you have to have movement. You need movement. Any day trader needs movement, right? We need volatility, whether you're small caps or you're large caps, okay? But let's say for the summer, usually in summertime, small caps slow down a lot, okay? In summertime, in big caps, that's earnings. A lot of companies are reporting earnings and a lot of swings are going to be making their way into the market, giving opportunities there. And earnings season comes 4 times a year, and it's like the Super Bowl every single time.
Definitely. It really is, man. I love it. I can't wait for earnings.
Yeah. There's 20 things gapping. They all have some, and the best thing about earnings season in large caps is, there's a fundamental change. Like it's gapping up because there's a fundamental change in the company, or it's gapping down. There's a fundamental change in the company. So not only can you couple technical analysis with it, you can now couple fundamental analysis with it. Now you have a fundamental and a technical reason to take a trade. There is no reason not to be in that stock in whatever bias you have. And so right now is a great opportunity to jump in there and learn those things. You've got plenty of time to polish the skills before that starts, but it's right around the corner. So there's no reason to wait.
Love it, dude. I love it. And I totally
And most
agree.
of you probably just got your stimulus check. So spend it.
Put that stimmy into something goody. Like, that's some dumbass shit.
In the mic. What? No, that wasn't going to sound right. Never mind. I'm going to. No.
I think I already know what you're going to say, you nasty bastard.
Yeah, you probably do.
I definitely do. HR's ears are ringing.
Yeah, never mind.
I think we should probably cut it here because the question
that's it.
diminished. But dude, I'm telling you, man, we do this every single week. You guys got to come back. If Bao's still here, or probably on his way to get some pho, dude, this
No,
was,
the TV guy's coming over to hang his 85-incher.
yeah, the TV guy. Someone's gonna handle his 85-incher, and it ain't a TV guy.
Yeah.
You mean
Mal's
the,
gonna put it.
the Family Guy episode?
Dude, I was watching that TikTok guy that goes around and asks people what they do for a living in their fancy cars. And he goes up to this dude in like this Rolls Royce SUV.
Oh, the stock shelves.
And he goes,
Sorry, I had to ruin it.
and he goes, hey man, what do you do for a living? And the guy's like, what do you mean? He's like, hey, I'm that guy off of TikTok that goes around and asks everybody what they do for a living. He goes, oh, I'm the CFO for OnlyFans. And I was like, oh
Get the hell out of here. Dude, my favorite one is the guy that was like, yeah, I do stocks. Oh, you do the stock market? No, I stock shelves in Walmart. He's like, this is a rental.
know, right?
He's like,
And
this
then the
is a rental.
other guy that gets out of the car and he's like, hey man, what do you do for a living? He's like, I valet.
You guys have TikTok? I'm so ashamed of you.
No, I watch it on Facebook.
You do those fucking dances too, bro?
Oh, dude, you don't want to see me dance. Oh my God.
I can see fucking Tasha, you fucking dancing like that.
Yeah, right, dude.
Man,
So,
me dancing right now is like if you had like a plate of Jello and you just like smacked it.
Yeah.
It's just all just moving.
dude, so if that guy finds me on the side of the street and he's like, hey, what do you do for a living? I'm gonna be like,
Porn.
well, Bao channel trades and Venmos me 10% every Wednesday.
All right, guys. So someone on YouTube wanted a discount monthly. We don't have any discounts on monthly, but text Tosh, guys, if you want a quarterly or things like that. Maybe Tosh can work something out today. But monthly, I mean, dude, you're scouring you're trying to wait a year to save $100 and you're losing thousands of dollars trading. So I mean,
Yeah, guys, we're gonna.
Most of you got $1,400 stimuluses if you're here asking opinions. So
seriously,
there you go.
It's $197. 1 month, you fucking go there, you watch the videos, you learn. I mean, $197 is probably what your fucking shoe costs. And if you learn how to trade, guys, I'm telling you, man, you can buy a pair. I mean, let me see how much I made today. I'm not gonna say it, but I mean,
You don't even need an account to learn how to trade. You don't need money to learn how to trade. You need money to be educated, and then you trade.
Yep.
You don't learn to trade, or you don't learn to trade by trading. You learn to trade by getting educated. Same reason, same with doctors, surgeons, professional athletes. You don't learn how to do something by going into surgery and fucking slicing somebody's artery and killing them. Oh, okay, I shouldn't do that. No shit, Sherlock. No shit. Because now you know, right?
It's like Harvard.
I shouldn't.
You're paying to go to Harvard. You know, you learn this stuff. Yeah. So good luck.
I shouldn't short things after 10:30. Oh, well, I lost $4,000.
I'm gonna go and get my 85 incher checked out.
Oh yes.
Yeah, make sure she takes care of you, Val. Guys, we'll catch you next week, man. This was
the hard part is getting it up, guys. It's too big. Getting up is the hard part.
Handle with care, brother. Handle with care.
It's a 3-man job. I'm sorry, that was inappropriate.
All right, we'll see you guys before this gets crazy.
I'll take what I can get at this point, guys. Right.
See you guys
Later.
Guys, I'll see you in the chat room.
after hours.
Bye, guys.